Hello. Thanks for coming. I think it's the £2 one.
You wish.
No, $6.50, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
$6, that's all right. £7 for cash, but that includes the tip. We were sitting on the chair. Yeah. Right, so we've just... Where have we just come out of the...
This is the Georgian
Calf, and I think
very nice.
Well, we're in Woodbridge.
Yes.
Woodbridge in the county of Suffolk, which because we're doing podcasts now for a while, we can afford to be a little bit more expansive about where we say we are. So really, this is going to be half an hour of rambling.
Yeah, why not?
Two guys who were walking around
aimlessly through
small
the
towns
village.
around the county of Suffolk, or maybe occasionally Norfolk, and
wherever,
even Essex,
wherever may take
even
us.
Cambridgeshire possibly. The main street here is fairly narrow. It's shut off during a Saturday seemingly for traffic.
I think we'd like to call that.
But it's only really a one-way strip anyway, so the buildings either side are fairly closed in. And a lot of independent stores, which is always nice to see in the town.
It's nice to see the smaller.
Everywhere seems to have a food rating of 5.
Yeah, it's
have
very
you noticed?
good though. Yes, it is very good. Very nice looking Methodist church up the road.
Yes,
there.
you like those sort of buildings,
it's
don't
very
you?
nice, isn't it? Look at the detail work over those curved heads over the doors and that.
I know.
There's a lot of work goes into that, and that ornate
And the
cornice.
doors, 2 sets of doors.
Yeah, all panelled.
Now, what does that symbolise, other than in and out? Now, Woodbridge as a town isn't one that you normally regularly come to, is it?
The Royal British Legion, everyone has one of those, don't they?
do.
Which is nice to see.
And the ink cartridge station, which I don't think many do have.
No, probably not.
And he's probably finding himself not getting an awful
He
lot of
didn't
work.
look that busy today.
No,
to be
he's
honest with you.
probably not finding himself with an awful lot of work.
Seems to be a theme of people. You've got Mrs. Piper's over here, then you've got Christine's over here.
They like
you've
to
got
name them after them.
Adams down
Yes.
here. It seems to be a town of,
Of names. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, would you find yourself shopping in any of these, do you think?
Not in these not in the boutiques, I don't think.
You
There's
wouldn't.
Ninny News boutique there.
Yeah, that's a strange name, isn't
That
it?
is, yes.
Yes, it is. We're outside a coffee shop and eatery, but it's...
Looks nice. Look, croissants,
Oh,
almond, dark
look at all
chocolate,
those, you see, where you can pick your own thing.
I
Now-
see, you can pick... Oh, yes, indeed. Like couscous and...
Yeah, now there's a...
Oh, that cake looks nice.
You see those cheese scones?
Yeah, I do.
Barrett's.
of Woodbridge, that's quite a grandiose.
Oh, there's a lot of mirth
facade.
going on in this shop. We're going... There's 3 of them, isn't there? Look.
Yeah, there's a young lady, a chap tapping, sort of very stomp-esque.
She's trying to sing, but there's not a lot.
And that's sort of, I think,
Does she not believe anybody? She said she didn't
apparently.
believe anybody.
Yeah, I think it was just the words of the song, Martin. But it does bring you back to the fact that we are close in the Suffolk vicinity of our very famous busker from this area, of course.
Yes, he is, the ginger one.
Exactly, who has become a very, 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 very famous.
Now, we're hoping to bump into him, aren't we?
Yes, because as much as you don't realise, of walking here, we actually come up quite an incline there. I mean, there's quite a slope as they've gone down there.
And are you out of breath at all?
No, not at the
Well,
moment.
it shows you how fit you must
Yes,
be.
there is that, of course.
Have you ever had any leather trousers? Come on, admit it.
Of course I have. I've got a pair
Well,
now.
no, for the bike.
I wear them for my
Yeah, but
motorcycle.
I mean,
Oh,
just
no,
for
not
general
normal
use.
ones. No,
You're
not
not
for general use,
you wouldn't
no.
have squeaky
No.
leather strides.
And because the tannery would have been around from years ago, hence that rather coarse phrase, I haven't got a pot to piss in, because of the old days when people used to urinate in pots and collect it and take it to the tannery to get money.
Did they?
Yes, that's what they used to do. They used to give it to the tannery and get paid for, going there with their urine.
Why, for dye or for
Yeah, they used
preservative?
it in something to do with the process, but of course, hence the term, they hadn't even got the pot to actually wean to take to the tannery, hence the
Right.
terminology.
Wow.
So, that's
That's
a
what
bit...
I like. There's an education.
Yeah.
So we've switched out of the high street and we're coming back up
I know.
towards the main
Small,
square.
fashionable jewellers. Aspen's Jewellers.
Are you into watches
I love
at all?
watches.
Do you? Do you really?
Yes, Martin.
Is that your...
That is my thing.
Is it?
I own,
How many watches have you got?
25 or 30 probably.
That's not true, is it?
Yes, of course it is.
Is that right?
Yes, I am a watch fanatic.
Do you wear different ones?
Yes, I do. But, no, and here we are. This is a rather interesting building, isn't it? It has the double staircase that sweep round to a pair of doors above the central pair of doors. And that very nice, almost Dutch gable at the top there with a small clock tower in it. And I don't see any little wall sacks or anything on that depiction on the coat of arms, so I'm not sure what they did here in the past. It almost looked like they're little cells either side there. Just those little mesh doors, look, either side of the bottom of the staircase. You get little cells in years gone by.
Yes, that probably would have been the town jail.
Yeah. It's quite impressive.
You can actually walk up the stairs and we might get a good view.
Yeah, but we jobbed it, yes.
Let's have a quick look. So we're at this is the town hall.
This is
probably the jail. Probably
the Shire Hall.
It was probably the courthouse as well.
Yes, I think it was. These do look like little sort of.
It'd be quite interesting to get in there, wouldn't it, and actually have a little tour around. But
they're all padlocked up to keep everything out of the way.
So we're walking up the stairs. This is a very strange staircase because it comes back on itself.
It looks directly down towards the Bull Inn.
It does. I did see a sign at the bottom saying stairs unsafe, but I'm still going to risk it.
Yeah, well, I'll perhaps watch you.
I'm trying to look at the
running about rather than join you in case we slip down in this weather, but
give away an awful lot. It looks, there's a lot of trees on it, so it could be forestry. Could do with the paint. Door could do with the paint. A bit peely. Right, I'm going down. Dave decided not, for whatever reason, to come up with me. I think he's scared of heights.
Nice.
So we're back at the car now.
Yes,
I think you've been saved from a ticket, Dave.
Yeah. Just have a little look.
We can have a little look around the square here, can't we?
That's quite an interesting little.
Well, I'm going to go over to it.
What do you call that, Martin, in the centre there?
This is probably a water pump, isn't it?
Yes, it would appear to be in a very ornate sort of stonework. Canopy, I suppose you'd call that, wouldn't you? Very, very ornate.
Is that a water pump? I know it's got a wheel on it, but
4 little towers.
What do you think it is?
And a central pyramidal roof. I don't know, to be honest with you. It says under here. What does it say there?
Well, there's the water pump there, look.
Yes, that's exactly what it was, I think.
So turn the giant handle.
Yes, that's a very big wheel. That's
got
got
a
to
huge wheel on here.
Almost 2.5,
try and turn it and see whether you can actually turn it on.
No,
and then supply the town with water. So we're going to return to the car.
100 may have said some while back. Yes, we'll return to the car and go and see where else we can go. We might have to go and find somewhere to take something like another tea and a cake of some sort at some stage.
Yeah, I want to space it out though.
Yes, not just yet.
Well, I'll keep
we'll carry as we are.
So we'll go in and unhook when we're in.
We'll enter the vehicle as we go.
Yes, let's do that. So we're going to ride off to somewhere else.
Do a bit of chewing gum to masticate on the way down there.
That'd be nice.
You're going
to be locked up?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. So we've arrived here at Rendlesham Forest, which is the scene of probably one of the most famous UFO sightings.
Yes, we did debate that a little bit earlier, didn't we? But yes, it is.
In British history. It's actually, you get that group of people who are worried, they go on and on about Area 51 in America, which is a very famous area in New Mexico. You have?
I've been past it, yes. I drove past it whilst on the way to the Grand Canyon and such like.
Right.
On a coach tour around that area.
So people who are interested in Area 51 are also very interested in Rendlesham Forest because it has very similar features about it. Not the area, but the actual incident, shall I say.
I think one thing that came to mind on that when we were up there was that we were on a coach tour, and you just travel along. It's that typical American road where you look out the front of the bus and you just see this dead straight road in front of you, but all to the left-hand side was just this open field. You could see a fence way off in the distance, but the bus driver warned that if you got off the coach, stood on the side of the road, there's a sign at the side of the road that says, "This is Area 51. Anybody found trespassing on here will be shot." And he said, I can guarantee you, if you go, 10 foot off this road onto that, you'll be shot. So you can understand that this is also on our doorstep, whereas that is not. That area is a long way away.
So if you're looking for a UFO, then come to Rendlesham Forest because it's a lot closer. If you live in England, that is.
Yes.
Obviously, if you're listening to this particular podcast in America, then go to Area 51.
Yeah. Why not?
And as it is a forest, it's full of trees.
Yeah, funnily
Yeah,
enough.
I know,
But of
it's
course,
strange, isn't it?
again, in the heavy storms of 1987, this area was particularly badly damaged. Thousands and thousands of trees came down here in those horrendous storms we had in 1987.
We did.
But, they're all starting to grow back now, I think, and looking very good.
Hi there.
But
I think I've said hello to everybody who's walked
you've
past
done
me
very
today.
well, yes, and I think that's...
Are you a high person?
I'm not, I'm letting you do that.
No, you see, I do that as a natural thing when you've had dogs, but from years of dog walking.
Sorry, I've just been walking down there, covering my hand over my thing, thinking it was up in the top of my thing,
No.
and it's actually lower down, so I haven't
Yes.
actually been covering it at all, so we
No.
can forget that.
Hopefully the wind's not picking up. We're just trying to deflect any wind by hovering our hands
Yes,
over the
over the little
microphones as we
microphone.
walk. And everybody comes past
Pedal
it for some sort of
cyclists there,
secret.
just finding through.
I mean, we might be able to. We're coming up to a footpath here on the right and left. There is a trail. There's a little thing that says this is the UFO trail.
Oh, is there?
Yes.
I'm not seeing the sign that says that at the
What does
moment.
that sign say
That
there?
says no parking, gateway in constant use, that one.
Right. Well, that's obviously. I'm sure it's up there, but
Do you know where it might be?
no. If we go to the car park, the main car park, which is just up here on the right, I think
Yes.
you'll find there's a sign saying the UFO trail.
You know, anything strange and odd makes me go a bit cold. That one would suggest it's a cycle route or something.
Right, but it also says car park as well, doesn't it?
It does say P that way.
P.
Yeah.
So why don't we go off towards the P?
Let's go. Should we just say now, we're actually entering physically into the forest canopy.
We are.
We're in
So
amongst the trees.
we're being enveloped by trees. Can you smell
You
pine?
can smell pine, yes.
can't.
For those, can you not?
No, I can smell poo. I can't smell pine.
It has that air of, when you quickly
Oh.
sloosh round your toilet with a bit of the
No,
old
that's
toilet.
not proper pine, is
No,
it?
but this has got that sort of...
No, it's
Yeah.
not this right time of year for pine smells. And the good thing about a forest is, Dave, there's plenty of places to pee.
Yes, should
And
one.
being a man
Should
of my
one,
age, my bladder...
requiring to do so. Oh, along with a large pile of horse muck. So there's obviously some horses here
Must
as
be
well.
a bridleway then,
Yes, one would think so.
unless somebody's illegally come down with a horse.
Ah, yes.
So here we are in the middle of the... Well, we're not
Yeah.
really in the middle of the
Well, I
forest,
don't know,
because
we're-
I haven't got a clue where we are in the forest.
We're-
What worries me, Dave, is that we won't find that car park, because
Yeah,
the
play
UFO area, I'm sure, is the way we've just been. And then you cross over the road and go, and it's over that way.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I'm sure, because they came out the back of the gates and drove along the
Do you
road.
think we need to actually have a look and go through here?
Well, let's cut through. See
Well,
if
no,
we-
we're down here in a minute. Let's go to the
Okay.
entry and see what goes on.
You
But
didn't want to cut through what looked
I
like
don't
a scary
know
area,
exactly.
did you?
Do you remember the American Werewolf in London?
Yes. But that was on the
Similar-
moors.
Yes, well, this is a similar thing.
Well, no, because this is a forest.
Yeah, beware the forest and stick to the roads, remember?
No, you said beware the moors.
I know, but this is the forest, so we're just,
Well, we've just come
we're
off-
using it in this terminology.
Come off the footpath to a smaller footpath.
Exactly. It'll be one of those,
Okay.
stick to the roads. Whoa.
You do realise you're carrying a tripod around
Yes.
for me, because I might take some photography shots. Probably won't. It's not a great
I've
light.
also got
But
it
you
in...
actually looks like some murder implement.
I was going to say, I've got it in my hand, should I need at any time to strike a small alien or anything.
Or child.
Well, yeah, if they get in the way, but... Let's go and have a look at the information
Okay,
sign.
let's see if we can find this bloody UFO.
Yes, so the information sign is headed out of the world. So, and at the bottom of which is a little alien chap. Yes, it isn't particularly well signed as to where we might find the little green fellow or anything.
I'm,
If indeed he
I'm-
was green.
Well, I'm adamant it's from where we had that road which was shut
Yeah,
off
one would have
with
thought
a
it
gate.
might have said that, wouldn't you?
No, it's funny. There is a little thing there are little signs that said UFO trail, and it's not where you think it is.
There's something,
Well,
there's
it
another
wouldn't be
sign
anywhere.
up over there. Perhaps we'll have a look over there in a moment.
Okay.
We're now entering...
But,
or
there are
say
some
entering.
toilets over there,
We're
actually.
now moving, yes, which would probably be a better option than doing it. UFO trail.
Oh, is it?
Look,
Okay.
a large silver sign.
Oh yes, that was
upon
it.
which is written UFO Trail.
Thank you. Well done for finding that.
Well done. Let's go and have a look.
Anyway, we're just leaving the sort of open area with a car park, and we're gonna
And the sign is strategically placed
That's
near
a huge
local
sign.
convenience.
It's a massive sign.
Yes, it is. So let's see what we can see. To be honest, I think we are going to end up back where we've parked by the look of that sign.
Well, yes, I'm pretty sure it takes us across the road down the trail there. Well, I know it does. So nice little walk around the forest of a day.
Yes, this is going to be making me very tired. I can see myself curled up
Can
in
you?
bed early tonight as a result of
Do you
this.
think you might miss match of the day?
I hope not.
But there's a
I don't
possibility.
mind missing match of the day as long as I don't miss casualty. So, having been on, quote, a small trek around Rendlesham Forest, we feel we're going to end up back at the car park where we first got out.
Well,
We've now arrived at the rear gate of Woodbridge Air Base, and I think it was from out of these gates that this alleged military came out to view this certain incident. And the incident we're talking about was in Christmas of 1980.
2 days after Christmas on the 27th. I think it was
Okay.
over 2 days, wasn't it?
Right, okay.
27th and 28th.
And it was apparently through the east gate to investigate what had happened, and they described seeing large, strange lights. Other reports say a glowing object, sort of appearing to be metallic and triangular in shape. And as they tried to get closer, the object repeatedly just shot off through the trees and disappeared. And we're now at a certain point on the trail.
Here we are at the east gate.
Yeah, we're there. I'm a little concerned that the sign says allow 1.5 hours for the trail.
Oh, right.
So we might be a little way from where we need to be at the moment.
Yeah, but that's going around the whole trail.
Yeah.
We only need to get to a point and then come back again.
We need to go here to the viewpoint, don't we?
Yes.
So we're at the Forestry Commission. We're at the classified sign on the Rendlesham Forest UFO Trail.
And it's getting darker.
Yes, it is. We're already at 3:45 in the
I'm going to zip
afternoon
my coat up a bit more.
on a January afternoon. So the light will be away from us by 1:30. We've probably got 3/4 of an hour.
I know. We could get caught in the forest in the dark by the UFO landing site.
Yeah, and we don't really want to be doing that.
I love it.
But we're now on an actual piece of made up. We haven't been through the actual forest track. We're now on a concrete road, which is obviously the access to and from the east gate. And over to the left is a 10-foot, 12-foot high, rusty chain link fence, topped with barbed wire, demarking the extent of the Woodbridge, what was the old USAF Air Base.
And that's the end of the runway there.
Yeah.
That's running along. And
There are actually some military vehicles over there at the minute set up, and there's some personnel doing various bits and pieces in there.
You see, if we had any balls, we'd actually go over and try and I Spy with my little eye, have a look,
Yes.
wouldn't we? I think we ought to skip through here to the fence.
Yeah, should we have a look?
Yeah, but unfortunately now, look, with
We're
the bracken and
bracken.
ferns are stopping us getting to the fence,
perimeter
and we're
fence.
almost on a parallel line with these military vehicles now.
I think we could possibly make our way through here.
It looks as if somebody's done
Looks
it
like
before.
someone else may have been here before.
You go
us.
first and you trip over.
Yeah, and I've got the biggest wellies on.
Don't like the look of this.
No, and of course
You
these,
see, what worries me isn't going through, it's the escape we might need afterwards.
So I'm now arrived at this very large
happening there?
security fence. No,
So we're at the edge here, aren't we? Look.
there's a couple of military
Yeah.
jeeps over there
Yeah,
with
but are
sort of
they-
tents set up at the rear of them. They're obviously doing some sort of exercise or something.
You think so?
Yeah, I would think so.
Oh, look, there's some guys coming out. Look.
And directly to the right you can see the rows of lights that used to light the route
end of
down
yes,
to the
they did.
runway, so that you can see where the planes would come across those lights directly onto the
Well,
runway.
they're wearing army khakis, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They're obviously on some sort of exercise
Well,
there.
what sort of exercise? It looks like a bloody tea tent.
It looks to me like they've got a couple of large antennae there. Can you see them sort of stood up, guide down those two large poles?
Well,
Look
what
like
I'm
they're
going to do is
connecting.
I'm going to see if I can see on my camera a little bit better. I have got a long lens in my bag, which I could actually utilise to.
And off to the left there's a
Let's see if we
very,
can see
very
anything.
pale windsock.
This isn't
And
going to
there's
do
absolutely
anything.
no air blown into that at all.
No, that's not anywhere near long enough. Should I get my other lens out?
No, we might get
Oh, you
shot.
big chicken shit.
Yeah, we might get shot. I'd rather not be shot for you.
Well, shot by whom? I can't.
I don't know. There might be people in. They might say there's a couple of geezers staring over there at the fence.
Oh yeah, we are. I'm wearing blue in camouflage. Look.
They might suddenly say, "Oh, they look like a couple of geezers. Which way should we go back?"
Not the same way we came.
Let's go through here, I think. Let's follow the silver UFO trail. I think we might be turning into the forest in a minute. At the next silver sign.
I'm walking about 20 yards behind Birdy here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there quickly. That's why I'm walking so far ahead.
And he's taken the lead. He's very eager to see this particular UFO site, which makes me think possibly he has some relationship with aliens.
Beware the forest and stick to the road. You know the rules.
He keeps reciting American Werewolf in London dialogue. Are we turning right up here? It's about 4:15 and we're likely to miss out on a cup of tea and cake now. I don't think it's going to happen. Which means my fish and chips. Oh, we're heading back into the forest. So we're just taking a right turn off the main trail here. If he actually waits for a minute, I can catch up with you.
Yeah.
So we can actually have a conversation. Some strange animals scurrying through the undergrowth here.
Yes, there are.
They're obviously just starting to come out. They've noticed the sun is about to dip down below
yes,
the
it
horizon.
Is. It's getting very dusky.
And they're
probably
starting to wake up. And of course, in a forest, there might be a multitude of animals. We don't know who's. I mean, after the UFO landing, and I'm assuming it was real.
They could still be here, couldn't they?
They could have obviously interacted with wildlife.
I don't know. What's this over here? I think this is it, Martin.
Wildlife. Here it is. I can see it.
There's something here.
It wasn't that far. That could be the actual spaceship. This is quite strange.
Yes, it is. Here we go.
So we're here at dusk.
Yes.
I'm probably going to capture a photograph of us to put on a blog.
UFO this way.
Yes, I can see the very, very place.
Right.
Where the UFO landed. It's about 50 yards to my right.
Here we are.
You can see it through the clearing.
Right.
Someone's written UFO.
The sign quite clearly says.
In the path for some reason.
You are entering a clearing. So as we arrive, it's a metal object basically, with almost almost in the shape of a triangle, one would say.
Oh, and somebody has etched in there.
Yeah, nicely defaced with one.
Yes, it is, and recently as well, the 30th of the 12th, 16.
Yes.
4 people's initials.
Kev and Jess were here on the 30th of the 12th also.
E.T. was here, which is quite funny.
So
I find that funny. So I'm walking around this particular...
Here we go then. You are here. This is the actual
yes, the whole place is actually, unfortunately, since the last time I was here, completely defaced with graffiti. Not sure what the aliens will make of it when they arrive. It says symbols here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't even count. 5 symbols, which apparently one of the first men who arrived at the scene got his notepad out and noted down these symbols on here, which are on the side of the spaceship.
Okay.
These symbols here.
Oh right, yes. They look rather like alien hands, but on top of which are odd shapes.
How do you know what an alien hand looks like?
Just guessing by the way
Hollywood.
It's dripping.
Hollywood has made you think that.
Of course.
It does look like a dripping hand underside. How many fingers? 5?
Yes, that one. That first symbol would look like, I don't know, like 2 Fs back to back, but one upright and one upside down.
Yeah, so an F and a T backwards.
Yeah, that one looks like a piece of a jigsaw puzzle.
Or a log.
Yeah.
The next one's a triangle with 3 things on top of it.
Yeah. And again, another back.
It looks like a wrench, doesn't it? You know.
Yeah.
Like a
car. Like a monkey wrench.
Monkey wrench, yeah. And the last one is a triangle with 2 circles, one above and one on it.
Yeah.
It could be a landscape, couldn't it?
Yeah.
You know, with 2 moons to
It could be the volcano on the old.
So the last symbol is the one that's most interesting to me, because you see that to me signifies a landscape from where they've come from, and they're signifying it's a mountainous area with 2 moons.
Yeah,
I would
possibly.
say. I'm only guessing either that or it's just a badge of the football club.
Information here on a screen. Again,
Are you feeling anything while you're here?
no, not particularly.
You're not.
I'm feeling a bit of a stiff back, to be honest,
you?
from walking round the edge of the
The
forest.
fact that it would have taken us 10 minutes to get here from the car
Possibly,
park,
yeah, and it's
we
actually
we'll be walking for
around
over
the
an hour.
rest of it, but that doesn't matter, does it?
No, I suppose not.
I mean, this was quite a very well-known event, although having said that, at the time that it occurred, as you can see there,
It was all hushed
British
up.
and American governments, so then Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher once briefed events and report to have said, "Don't tell people."
I don't want to. There's no grass growing around it, so that's weird to start with. So
There's no trees, it just came into a clearing of land.
it did. Right, I suppose we better head
Yeah,
back
let's go
before it gets
back.
dark. And that's the first time we've ever been there.
Yes, it is.
Honestly,
Yes,
you
it
didn't.
is.
You weren't there in
No.
1987.
No, I chose not to be.
Or
I was quite
1980 or
young
whenever
in
it was.
that day. 1980 would have
Oh,
probably
right, yeah.
found myself. Oh, I don't know. I would have been about 16 years old.
All right.
Aeroplane
Why is there a
high
dollar
in
sign?
the sky. You hear that?
Yeah,
Can't see that, but it's obviously a long way up.
probably that's where
Doesn't do to look up when you're walking. It tends to fall over. A loss of balance.
Well, when you're walking uphill as well,
Yes,
on
I
an
would
uneven
suggest
terrain.
that instead of taking the forest route back, winding our way through the forest, we perhaps just head straight along this route. That
You think so?
Yes. Looking ahead, it just appears to be heading towards the horizon, doesn't it? And I would feel if we go straight ahead, we're going to end up back on the main road to the
Okay.
car park.
Well, we've made one mistake. Let's make another
Yeah,
one.
why not?
I made the first mistake. You can make the second one. Well, yes.
That's been an interesting day travelling about our local countryside.
Are your legs aching?
Not really. I almost feel a bit out of puff though.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't know why that is. Yes.
With that, we're going to
I think
switch
we're going
off.
to call it a day because that has been quite a task, really.
It has. I'm not even sure we'll get back for tea and cakes,
No, I
but
don't
we'll
think
have to
we
see.
will. We'll see where we can go.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Yes.